Welcome back to this pick.
Welcome back to the show, you guys.
And this is our Patriots side of the preview. We do have the Rams win this football game, but I won't be shocked if Patriots do. A lot of people
you can't count these guys.
Yeah, of course, a lot of people are picking the Patriots. I really understand why.
Absolutely.
Of course, in case you didn't watch another video, I am a Rams fan. I do have the Rams win this game, but I'm be unbiased as I can possibly be, and as objective as I possibly can be. So I'm going to give why I think the Patriots have a chance of winning this game, what they need to do to win this game. So here we go. Patriots, man, they're the greatest sports dynasty in my eyes ever, and this is just a walk in the park for them, man. That's one of the advantages they have is
another stepping stone.
Yeah, this is really just another game for them. They've been in 9 Super Bowls, which is insane when you really think about it, especially this season. I mean, neither one of us had them in the Super Bowl. We thought this
Absolutely not.
thought this was going to be the year they finally started to decline, but they still, man, they're still trucking, man. Tom Brady's still playing really well in these playoffs. He didn't really play super well in the regular season, but I don't think he really needed to. I think he was kind of saving himself a lot. I didn't think he was getting rid of the ball a lot quicker than he normally does to avoid these hits. So I think he saved his energy, saved his body for the playoffs, and he's been absolutely flawless in these 2 games. That's going to be one of the other advantages, and one of the keys is, of course, Tom Brady's going to have to have a really good game. He he cannot turn the ball over. He cannot get rattled by if the Rams do get pressure and start knocking it around, kind of like the Giants did against the Patriots when they played him in 2007. He needs to hold it. He needs to hold in there and be the goat that he is. Other key is they need to establish a running game as well, just like the Rams do. Get the ball to Sony Michel, see if you can get decent gains. Of course, give James WhY the ball as much as you can. He should have a ton of catches in this game because that's the weakness of this Rams defense is the linebackers are not great. So they're gonna have to, if they can do that and take a lot of advantage, and the Rams don't adjust like the stupid Chargers didn't adjust against that, then Rams are going to have a really difficult time of winning this game because I think James WhY's going to have a monster game and probably win the Super Bowl MVP if he has a really good game like that. Other thing is Gronk's going to have a really good game as well. I think he's going to be blocking a lot in the first 3 quarters, and if the game's close, which I think it will be, I think they're going to be using Gronk in the 4th quarter to get those super clutch catches. Bill Simmons says it the best. They hold the car in the garage and they take the car out of the garage when they need them, which what I mean by that is they don't throw a lot of passes over the middle that Gronk gets smushed in the middle of the field, but when the Patriots really need that catch, they're going to do that. So I can see that as well. I think Edelman's having a really good game. I think the Rams might double him, but I don't know. I still think he's going to have a good game. Even when he gets double, he still figures things out. I think he's going to have a tough time against Talib, though. I think Talib's probably be guarding Edelman. And unlike other corners, Talib's not a punk. He's going to get his chain snatched, so to speak, if he starts talking stuff to him. So I think Edelman's probably going to be quiet and try to play his game and play as well as he can. I think Hogan might be an X factor. I think Dorsett might be an X factor as well. Burkhead, when he's in the game, the Patriots love to run the ball, so the Rams need to figure that out, take advantage of that situation, but they cannot do it consistently because the Patriots are going to bait them into that, and they're going to switch it up and get like a double move and a play action, and there's a touchdown, so definitely need to switch it up, so they can't be doing that. On defense for the Patriots, they need to they're going to double someone. I think they're going to take someone out of the game. And I think probably going to put Gilmore on Robert Woods. And I think they're going to double Cooks. What I mean that is, this is what the Patriots normally do when they take someone out. They're so famous for that, which in my understanding, this is what they do. So they play a ton of man. They play most man in the NFL. So they're going to put their best corner, which you can argue is the best corner in the league, Gilmore on Robert Woods, which Robert Woods is a really good receiver. He's kind of the safety receiver for Jared Goff. So they're going to put their best corner on Robert Woods, and they're going to bracket double team Cook. So they're going to have one corner, which would be probably their rookie man on Cooks, and they're going to have McCourty or Chung doubling. So you would have man and you would have zone. So bracketing the routes for Cooks. So Jazz Reynolds gonna have to step up. He's been playing better, but I don't know about that. I don't know how well he's gonna play. I think they're gonna get pressure on Jared Goff. They're gonna do a lot of complicated blitz packages, a lot of stunts. Patriots love doing that. They love having this complicated defense that they have a ton of people on the line that have certain rushes, kind of like the Ravens like to do as well. So I think that's going to cause some problems from Jared Goff. So
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous about that as a Rams fan, but I think Rams have the opportunity to take advantage of certain things, like having a rookie corner on your best receiver. So I think they can do certain things like that. Bill Belichick's going to have a certain surprise, I think, for the Rams offense. They're going to do some crazy things that the Patriots never done for 10 years probably. So that's other crazy things Patriots
Dusting
do.
off the old.
Dusting off the old playbook. They do certain crazy things like that. On offense, I think they're going to do certain crazy things like that as well. They're going to have to figure out some way to make sure Aaron Donald doesn't destroy the whole game plan. If he's having a monster game, the Rams are going to win this game. I think the Rams are winning this game fairly handily if Aaron Donald has a Super Bowl MVP type game. So they had to figure something out, double team him, and that offensive line's been playing really well. They arguably have the greatest offensive line coach in NFL history, so I think he's going to have a really good plan. So if the line can block them and the Rams could not get pressure and make mistakes in the secondary, I think these Patriots are going to eat that secondary alive. So another thing is I think this might be a shootout. So unlike last year, Tom Brady, he unfortunately had that fumble that cost the Patriots the game in some aspects. They still had an opportunity to win, but still a lot of aspects they had that fumble. That fumble late. And Tom Brady, man, he needs to hold on to the ball. He needs to make sure he doesn't do that again. And I think he will not, because I think that last Super Bowl is really bothering him a lot, because I think he said in an interview that these losses hurt more than these wins. So definitely think he's going to try to play his best when it comes to not turning the ball over and being the GOAT he is.
Yeah, if you haven't, or if you didn't watch the first one, I also had the Rams in this one as well. But I'm in the same boat, man, as, pretty much the entire nation. You can't count these guys out, the Patriots out. They're right there in the thick of things. Like I said, I was pretty much in the same boat as this man here. I didn't even think they were going to make the Super Bowl, let alone if they make the playoffs. I think they would have scraped by. So this is crazy, man. I did not see them plowing through the playoffs like this at all. It's quite surprising. I think it's more surprising how well the defense has played than that offense, because as long as you got number 12 in the backfield, I think you got a chance. So it's quite impressive, man. I think Brady is going to try to be a better Brady than he was in the last Super Bowl. I think that's, like Adam just said, I think that's going to be weighing on his conscience. I'm pretty sure that's in the back of his head, is that game. Even through this, this entire season, he still has that game in his mind. So I think he's going to try as far as just himself, try to minimize as many mistakes as he can. But it's going to be tough with that really good Rams defense on the other side. I think the Rams defense is going to give them all they can handle. That offensive line for the Patriots is going to have to play really well. They have been in this playoffs, but this is a whole new animal, man. I don't think they've seen a front like this, and that old man ain't mobile, so he's really going to have to move around in that pocket and get mobile as he can in this game, I believe. It's kind of crazy. I was sitting here, thinking as he was talking, these teams are, outside of defense, are pretty even. both of them doesn't have crazy receivers that pop out to you. Both of them, I think. Well, I think of course edge the running back to the Rams, but still, both of those running backs that the Patriots have can do multiple things, just like Gurley Man can. They can run the ball and catch very well. So these teams are very equal as far as offense goes. Like I said, I definitely think the Rams have a way better defense. So I think this is going to be a really close, tight-knit game. I think, like I said, I think really if the Rams can win the turnover battle, this could be a very different game.
Yeah. We're going to go to break right quick.
Oh, okay. Welcome back. Yeah, like I was saying, I think this is going to be a very close, entertaining game. Like I said, I think offenses are pretty equal, man. And yeah, I think Brady, like I said, is going to try to minimize many mistakes as possible. I think really Chris Hogan, I think he's going to have a really big game. I think Talib is most likely going to be guarding Edelman. And I think Mr. Chain Snatcher is going to be trying to get in his head. That's one thing he's really good at, Talib is getting in the mindset of players' heads. Yeah. And I think he's going to try to shut him down. I think he's going to get his catches, of course, Edelman is. But I think Talib's going to make this a rough day on him. People got to think Talib played for the Patriots. So he's, you got to think he's probably practiced a lot with Edelman. So he's used to, I think he's going to be used to what to see from Edelman as far as cuts and the way he moves. I think he's going to be ready for it. So I think Hogan is going to have a big game. And I think what Adam said about Gronk, I think might happen is he's most likely going to be just kind of a blocking tight end for the majority of the game until it gets close in the later half of the game. And they need him, and I think he's gonna. I wouldn't say he's gonna come up big. We don't know that yet, but I think he could make an impact if they need them to, because he's such a grown man when it comes to him snatching that ball. He's gonna try to go get him. So I think he's gonna have to be a factor down deep into this game. That I think the biggest thing as far as what the Patriots really got to keen in on is absolutely trying to hold Darnold to at least as much as impact as he can bring to this game, because he's going to be running on 1,000, and when Aaron Donald's running on 1,000, it could be scary. And Ndamukong Suh's been really stepping up in these playoffs, so it's going to be a huge test for that offensive line. I think that's going to be the biggest thing for the Patriots is how are they going to deal with those two guys. I think to me one of the most exciting things is, of course, you got the young versus the old man quarterback battle. But for me, what's going to be really fun to watch is how these coaches. Belichick is a great mind, as everybody knows. Mm-hmm. And Sean McVay is a very great young mind. Yeah. And he makes great. I think one of the things that impresses me the most about both of these coaches, but more so McVay, because I didn't know a whole lot about him until he became Rams coach, is how he makes adjustments.
I didn't know much about it. I still knew he was the quarterback coach for Washington.
Yeah, I knew all that, but I just didn't know, how he can run a team. Yeah. And he's really good at making adjustments. So, if something goes sour in this game, say Rams got a big turnover, and say the Patriots score on it, what kind of adjustments is he going to make? Can he get his team, say if they're down and they just, might have that mindset of, we're kind of screwed in this situation. How is he going to revamp his team? Because I think he's a great coach at that. I think he's really good at making adjustments and kind of gathering his team around and rallying around him and believing in what he can bring to this table. And I think that's going to be the funnest thing in my eyes to watch is these two great minds of football coming together and getting down to win a Super Bowl, man. We've seen Belichick win many of them with his great mind, but this is going to be a huge and great battle for Sean McVay if he can beat him, because that's just proven. That's a big old point to prove, is if you can beat the mind of Belichick and Brady too. He's pretty much a coach on the field. Adam brought up a great point. You want to disguise your coverages, but you don't want to keep running the same thing, because pretty much if Brady sees that once or twice, he goes, oh, okay, I see what you did there. And if he sees it again, he can shred it up. So this is going to be a great battle. Like I said, I think with just the football minds that's going to be on this field and on the sidelines. So I think this is going to be a very entertaining game. I hope it is anyway, for the least. I hate boring Super Bowls. You work up to this and you get to this point, and in football, and this is what it's all for. So you want to see a great game. So yeah, man, I think it's going to be, and this should be very entertaining, and we'll see who wins.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. The old great mind against the young great mind. Bill Belichick, of course, he had he was a defense coordinator for the Giants when they won the Super Bowls with Parcells, so he's kind of a part of that tree. Sean McVay is a part of the Shanahan Gruden tree. He was the offensive assistant. John Gruden was the first person to give McVay a job. Then he went to Washington with Gruden's brother and Kyle Shanahan. So definitely have a lot of trees. And Gruden was a part of Bill Walsh's tree. So you can argue McVay might be the new Bill Walsh, and Jared Goff might be the new Joe Montana. So yeah, man, be really interesting. My last thing before we get out of here on the Super Bowl is a lot of people are saying that if Patriots lose this game, it's going to really taint their legacy of Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. I think that's absolutely ridiculous.
My bad. That just sparked something. If you want to say that, you should have said that about last year's Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, in that Super Bowl, they should have won that game. I had them winning that game.
I
believe so.
too. Yeah.
So yeah, they should have beat the Eagles. If in this game, really, this is a way better team than what the Eagles are. So if you're gonna say that, then you should have said that last year.
Yeah. I think that's kind of silly. I think it's absolutely amazing. They've been to 9 Super Bowls.
Ridiculous, dude.
Even if they don't win this one, I mean, this is an amazing team. This Rams team's amazing.
Yeah, regardless,
ton of talent.
A hell of accomplishment.
Ton of talent. So I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if the Patriots do lose this one. The other ones, the Eagles, made some plays at the end of the game, and the Patriots couldn't stop them. And Tom Brady just made that mistake, and they couldn't capitalize on that Hail Mary. And those 2 giant ones, I mean, especially the first one, that was the flukiest thing that's ever happened in Super Bowl history in my eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Eli Manning wasn't even looking when he threw that ball to Tyree, and he had the ball on his helmet, so that was just ridiculous. And I think the Patriots probably took the Giants a little unlikely, and they could not, Patriots, I'm sorry. Patriots.
One of those teams.
Yeah, the Patriots offensive line could not do anything against the Giants defensive line. So, and the second Super Bowl, if Wes Welker catches that ball, they probably win that game.
That's true.
So, a couple of things didn't bounce away in these losses. And we'll see about if Sunday. So, Patriots, man, they're always in these games. It's always close. So I think that's ridiculous to criticize Tom Brady and Bill Belichick's legacy. Bill Belichick's been 12 Super Bowls as a coach, 9 as a head coach, and 3 as a defensive coordinator. So that's ridiculous to criticize him on his legacy. I mean, come on, man. Like,
there's coaches that don't even make it to 1, let alone 12.
and like, they've been to 3 straight Super Bowls, man. And this team's not talented, man. Like, they don't have a lot of talent on it.
That's what I was about to say.
Still went to the Super Bowl, so that's ridiculous. I think this has been a credible, just another notch on the legacy of the Patriots, just to even be in this game.
Yeah, I was going to say that real quick to close out is yeah, if you're a Patriots fan or whoever's criticizing the Patriots legacy, you, for one, I'm gonna say is as a Patriot for Patriots fans, you guys should be just happy to be here at all. Like what he just said, this is easily one of your worst teams that Tom Brady's ever been on. So, and you guys are there at the big house, and win or lose, guys should be happy. And the guys that criticizing these guys as a legacy, like I said, there's players, there's coaches, there's all type of people that barely make it to one, let alone one at all. And this guy's got 12, and Tom's got what, 9? So it's ridiculous.
Been in 9 Super Bowls.
It's ridiculous, man, and that's hard. That's really hard. College football, I understand, but pro, that is really hard to do.
Like
really hard.
Free agency and just everything, man.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
But yeah, that'll wrap it up for me. Like I said, I think this should be a really entertaining game.
All right, well, make sure to like, subscribe, comment below. We'd love to hear from you. This is the pick, man, and thank you for watching.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody watching, and we'll see you on the next one.